AviNation. They do all kinds of wonderful programs in addition to having one of the best youth-focused magazines in the country. So I'd like to turn it over to Jacob Pete, the publisher and owner of AviNation.
Thank you, Carol. And first, I'd like to say thank you for signing up for putting on a great event. So far, one day down, it's been very wonderful. I'd like to start out talking about our new program called the Rising Star Program. What the Rising Star Program is it was a tool that we designed to allow the educators that we're dealing with to have a tool to help inspire some of their students that were overachieving or that were really getting after it, and a way to help recognize the student, but on top of that, give the teacher and the educators a tool to use to help to get visibility of their programs and to really help the community get behind it. So what we've done is we've gotten people from all over the country, all different schools, high schools, flight schools, and of course we've had some entries from the local Lakeland Aero Club and the high school here. And so today we want to present, let me step back quick. Aviation Supplies and Academics has stepped up to be part of this program, and they have generously offered to donate to every award winner, which is 2 times a month, a swag pack, which features their study guides for the CFI, instrument, private pilot, whatever. And so the swag bags are here, and we're going to present them to the Lakeland Aero Club recipients right now. So first is Alexander Sawyer. Step up. This is going to be your pack, and I'll let you say a few words about the Lakeland Aero Club and about what you're doing.
I'd just like to say thank you to the Lakeland Aero Club, not only for helping me get a better understanding of my private pilot material, but for just having a community that can actually give you the supplies and tools that you need in order to completely get through. I'd also like to say thank you to the James C. Ray Scholarship, because without them, I would have no way to fund my private pilot training. Thank you, and y'all have a great day.
All right, and our next bright rising star is Isaac Boschke. Close enough? Come on up and say a few words.
Good morning, my name is Isaac Boschke. I'm currently working on going towards my private pilot license. I am also with the Aero Club, and I also have received the JCR scholarship. And I'd like to give a shout out to them because they have really helped me understand more knowledge in becoming a private pilot and just developing my skills to more enhance like my flight training. So I really appreciate them, and thank you.
All right, if anybody knows people to nominate for the Rising Star program, you can find that on our website. We have contact information over the table over here, and anybody is welcome that's school age. So next we're gonna invite Tom Flavin. He's our business development director, and he is over our American Dream Tour program, and I'm gonna let him say a few words.
Hi, welcome. Thank you, Son and Fun, and thank you all for being here this morning. The AviNation American Dream Tour was started about 3 years ago to support publication, the e-newsletter, and all the other media activities that we're doing, because it's an in-person event, and it brings people together, and it allows them to reach high school students, college students, and also industry leaders as well. We just finished an event in Lafayette, Louisiana, where we had 30 industry leaders participate, everywhere from ag aviators to United Airlines captain and many other disciplines, including a NOAA meteorologist and many other people that add value by being there. The students, we had about 200 students from the David Thibodeau STEM Academy. And this is our second invitation to be there. And when the students interact with the adults in the room, It's in small groups, 5 to 10 students. We rotate students throughout the day. And also, one of the things that happens typically is we'll ask the local, regional, state, or even national group to come in and help support it by way of bringing in a helicopter. And in Lafayette, Louisiana, we have the Louisiana International Guard fly in a helicopter in the morning, which is always an exciting event for everyone. And then later in the afternoon, the Louisiana State Police flew in a helicopter as well. The students all get to ask questions. They get to see the helicopters. And typically, the day goes from 8 o'clock in the morning until 2:30 in the afternoon. There's a lot of interaction. It's not all about aviation or aerospace. There's a lot of trust that's being built because many of the students that are in these events have never been introduced to aviation or aerospace from an educational standpoint or a career standpoint. And so we welcome that. I can give you countless examples of times that we went to a school and we asked to make sure that the entire school knew about what we are doing at that school at that time. And it never failed. There would be students that would come up during the day and say, I didn't know about it. They weren't informed. So we all collectively have to do a better job of informing our communities about the opportunities, the many opportunities that exist, and the pathways and the next steps for all young people to follow their dreams. We definitely lean on the leaders that are in the moment right now doing something positive, because don't underestimate your value as a student now and what you did to get there. Whatever the hurdles are, whatever the things that you believe perceived or real, how you overcame them, what you learned, what you could share with the young people for the next generation. Because you're the leaders on the front row right now. And congratulations for your award. And keep going. If there's anything AviNation can do to help support you any step of the way, don't hesitate to ask. And one of the things that somebody told me a long time ago, when I was a young man, he said, don't be afraid to ask an older guy or an older lady for help, for direction, for ideas. Because they're never going to say, nah, I'm not going to. If they do, you don't want to work with them or talk with them anyway, right? When you get to my age and you put yourself out there and you say, this is what I'm going to do, you're going to meet the blockers. What I would suggest is you talk with everybody now and ask anything you want to ask, because they'll help you. And now's the time. Take advantage of it, move the needle, help us move the needle, and thank you all so much for being here.
All right, our next slide is about our TramTalk program here at Sun and Fun. It's exclusive to the Sun and Fun show. And we started this several years ago, and what we do, we have a tram that's AviNation's in. We have a schedule from 10 to 2, Tuesday through Friday. And you can come to the Lake Monero Club to stop to schedule tram, to jump on the tram. And what we do is we drive around the show and we do interviews. The real priority of this is to get young people to be the interviewers, so that they're getting this media experience and getting that real life experience. And we place these on YouTube after the show for content. And it's just really amazing. We'll drive around and we'll find people, random people. Sometimes they're show performers, and we just kind of grab them. It's one of those deals. It's kind of fun to do. So, if you haven't been on the tram yet, I would suggest to jump on the tram either to be interviewed or just to take it all in and see what's going on, because it's real exciting. There's a lot of energy. There's a lot of young people participating in this, and hopefully, connections are being made on the tram, which we're seeing already just one day into this. So, if you have any questions specifically on the tram talk, just see me afterwards, and I can fill you in on more specific details about getting on the tram. Okay, our last slide here, I'm going to introduce our partner in this. We have started a new podcast called the Future in Flight Podcast with Creative Relay Media. They're our production partner in this. Very happy with this partnership. It's come about fairly recently. I'm going to invite Sean Starker up to talk about it. He's the production guy. So, Sean? This is the audio of the podcast. Thank you, Jacob.
Legendary. Wow. The podcast really did come about pretty suddenly, quite truthfully. It's one of those things that in life things just fit, right? When you come across something that is for you, it just fits. And a lot like aviation. Aviation is full of dreamers, it's full of possibilities, and that's what this conversation was about. Jacob extended the offer. He said, hey man, I'd like a podcast. And I said, well, there's a lot of podcasts out there. I don't know if you guys have ever searched for aviation podcasts, but there's no shortage. Right? The market is chock a block. We decided to do something a little bit different. We did do a podcast, but it's a story-driven podcast. It's featuring the stories of the dreamers and the doers in aviation, and there are a lot of them. There's a couple of them in this front row that I have my eye on for interviews quite soon, because they're representative of the young aviation community. They're full of life, they're full of dreams, full of vigor, ready to go. And like Tom said, they're ready to ask those questions. The Future in Flight podcast is sort of a vehicle where we can connect them. It's just another way to connect them with the industry, and also for them to inspire the next generation. It's always about dropping the ladder down, helping the next man up. Because that makes the party at the end all that much better, right? If I know that all my friends are there, we've all achieved success or achieved our metrics, that party's going to be pretty awesome. So the Future in Flight podcast is looking for guests. If you guys have any story suggestions, we actively solicit that. Go to thefutureinflight.com. We're on all major podcast platforms. We really love connecting with the aviation community. We want you to come. One of AviNation's things is come and tell your story. Well, I'm going to marvel at it. Come and tell your story for the Future in Flight podcast. It's going to help someone, and it may even just help yourself to kind of move forward in the industry. So thanks for letting me talk about this just a little bit. I hope that you guys take a listen, and we'll see you out there and up there.
Thank you, Sean. All right, this wraps up our presentation. If you have any questions, you can ask now, or you can just visit us when we're done here. So, thank you.